All right, everyone. In basketball, aside from making your shots, especially in shooting, what else is our goal?
Consistent.
Swish and
Consistent.
consistency. So in basketball, aside from making your shot, we want to be consistent. Like I always tell you, we don't want you to be making 5 3-pointers one game, and then the next game 1, and then the next game 0, and then the next game 1, and the next game 0. The next game you don't want to shoot anymore, and then the next game you don't want to play basketball anymore. We don't want that. In order to avoid that, we need to follow a certain shooting principle, and we're not gonna change it. We're just gonna stick with it. Practice at home, practice everywhere. We're just gonna keep on improving. Okay, so what's that principle? Okay, we call it the B.E.E.F principle. B.E.E.F principle. So what's our letter B? Balance. So meaning not too wide, not too narrow. When you do your 1-2 step into your shot, you don't want to be like this. You want to go wide base, and you want to go bend your knees. So when you bend your knees should not get past your toes. You just want to drop your hips a little bit. What's our letter E? Eyes on the target. Obviously, when you shoot, you want to look at the basket or the hoop or the rim. And what's the next E? Elbows in. So elbows is straight, it's not sticking out, not sticking in. It's straight. Okay, what's our F? Follow through. Very good. So when we do the follow through, when we shoot, what are we trying to get?
Get your hand in the jar.
Very good. It's like you're getting the cookie inside the cookie jar. So when you shoot, you don't shoot like this, or like that, or like this. You wanna gooseneck. You wanna flick your wrist, and you wanna gooseneck or a giraffe. We're not shooting like a cobra. We're not doing that. We're extending it like a giraffe or a gooseneck. What time is our shot point or lift point or release point? 11:30. This is 12 o'clock. No one shoots like this. We want the 11:30 arc. Very good, Emmy. Or the rainbow. We want to keep our the basketball high so we don't get blocked, and we don't want it sharp. So make sure we go 11:30, meaning the elbow is slightly higher than your eyebrow. 11:30. Where do we point our follow through? Where? What part? Yep, middle of the rim. So this is Sanai's middle of the rim. This is Adrian's. This is Trey's. This is Silas. This is Jason's. So depending on where you are, this is Jade's. Always remember, you're the master of the basketball. The ball will follow wherever you lead the ball to. So make sure you command the ball where to go, straight. It's not like you're just shooting like shooting. No, it needs to be intentional. Okay, now when do you put your follow through down? When? Very good. So let's say you shoot a 3-pointer, ball is in the air, you're still holding it. When it hits the rim, that's the time you put it down. So you want to guide it up to the very last second. But what's our goal again in shooting, aside from consistency? Swish. Very good, Emmy. We always want to go for the swish. You need to have a personal standard that when you're shooting, always aim for the swish, not just making it. It's like even if you make the shot, Victor, but it hit the rim, doesn't count for you. You need to have a personal standard that goes for everyone. Now, adjustments. What if it hits the front of the rim or it's an air ball? What do we add? Power from the legs, knees, very good, and arms, very good, and exhale, very good. Because it's short, so you need more power. What if it hits the back of the rim or the board is strong? Very good. You want to add more spin, rotation, or backspin. The backspin softens up the basketball. It kind of pulls the basketball closer to the basket, so you have more chances of making your shot and maybe get the offensive rebound, or your teammate can get the offensive rebound. So that's our, what do we call this hand? Yep, this is your, what kind of hand is this? Shooting hand, if you're right-handed. Left hand if you're left-handed. Now, how do we call our other hand? The guide hand. So how should our guide hand look like? Yep, it needs to be straight, 11:30, spaces in between. It's like you're a magician, like ta-da! You wanna give the ball a straight path. So imagine you're creating a straight bridge, so the direction of the basketball will just go straight. If you shoot like this, first part of your shot will be straight and then suddenly it'll go to the left. So make sure we are consistent. Okay, so our first drill is, we wanna do our ball in hand placement, we wanna load our wrist, we want to keep our elbows straight. So we want to hold on the seam, the black portion of the basketball, white for some basketballs. we want to go step 1, roll down, roll up. Step 2, we want to put our left hand higher than our right hand. So it's like you're forming a letter T on the left side of the basketball if you are right-handed. And try to put some space here. In a basketball game, of course, you don't have time to put some space here. But if you're shooting from the free throw line, it means you have time. How many seconds do you have when you shoot from the free throw? 10 seconds. So meaning you have time. Okay? Now, step 1, roll down, roll up. Step 2, left hand higher than the right hand. Step 3, 1, 2. That's your step into your shot, your rhythm. But remember, you want to have a wide base. 1, 2. We're not doing that. That's a travel. 1, 2, and jump. You want to follow still your B.E.E.F principle, and you want to land at the same time. Why do we want to land at the same time? Why? So you don't travel. You're balanced. What else? You're quicker. Getting the
Rebound.
offensive rebound. Because remember, shooters need to follow their shot. So after you shoot and you're balanced, you can be, quicker and more chances of getting your offensive rebound. What if the other team gets the ball and you land with the balanced stance? You are quicker, getting back on defense. Very good. So make sure you don't land like this. We're not landing like that yet. Go with the land at the same time. Alright, okay, so we're gonna start with Trey. Roll down, roll up. 1, 2, and aim for the swish. Hold the follow through.